Dennis Leary's the guy. Listen, I can keep going, and I
Micah Parsons thought it was Nolan Smith on the broadcast. Dude, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's like super hyped up for, and then he found out it wasn't Nolan. Oh my god,
that's amazing. Trying to think if I know any other draft day. Oh, P. Diddy is the agent.
Agent. Damn, dude, this cough's been around for a month.
Yeah, I have not been able to. I've had some congestion. It just feels like way too long.
Oh, never mind. They corrected their tweet and they wrote Maisie this time. So there you go. So they got it wrong too. Nolan Smith.
He's fired up for somebody.
So Jaguars, I still have taking Porter Jr. I still feel like they just
Jags take Anton Harrison.
So Jaguars are not going to take Porter Jr.
Right. Since he's probably not going to take Porter Jr.
Who the hell
I can
is
see
Anton Harrison?
So they traded back 73 picks and to get a bunch, and then still took a guy that no one knows.
So
that's a win.
The Eagles then we're in a pretty good spot where you're going to get
1-2 picks. So listen, Porter, Branch,
yeah,
Nolan Smith, guaranteed one of them if they stay at 30. So that's a win. No matter what, it's a win.
You're going to get someone. Now, look, you have to make sure you do your due diligence and you know you're taking a player. But if you're getting Branch, especially if you're getting Smith, you're going to have a player that you can day one make an impact. Porter Jr., maybe not day one, but that is really good talent. And then you're going to foster, the Eagles have never really been in a position to kind of like, I guess you could say Lido and Sheldon Brown were sort of in a way where they were groomed into it, because I think Bobby and Troy were still here. Could be years could be blending together. I gotta go look that up. But it's been a while since the Eagles could kind of draft a cornerback in particular and just kind of work them into a thing. So Porter Jr. will be coming into a really good situation where he wouldn't feel forced. Branch a little bit, it's more on a position of need.
Yeah, he would start day one.
But Nolan Smith, man, if you can get
potential injuries scaring teams away from Nolan Smith, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he wasn't he didn't play in the national championship game, but he flew with the team because he still brought so much to the sidelines, and he kind of speaks to his character. Nolan Smith could potentially be an Eagle at 30. That's
shoot me for saying this, but I wouldn't mind Mayer or whatever if you want to get a first round stud tight end.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm just saying, Miles Murphy's still there as well. I don't care anymore. He was not my pick at 10. Don't care if he's there at 30 because I talked about him at 10. So this right now is all gravy, and you have to remember how he could also go off the board. He could go for some reach. He could trade back. Like, this is no sure thing. We're acting like it's a sure thing, but it's not.
With these between Smith, Porter Jr., Murphy, Branch, you got to get one of those four or trade out. Do not go doing your Howie thing and reaching. We've seen that too many times before, and it just doesn't work. In fact, I don't want to move out. I think it's take one of those, whichever one of those four are available, whoever is highest on your board out of those four, take one of them, call it a win.
Could be New Orleans getting Levis. I mean, because,
Yeah, they
Carr
should.
is
They
an
should.
older
They
quarterback.
should.
They don't have a backup or like a project.
Yeah, but he didn't. He wasn't one of their visits. But
Mm.
I guess we're getting to the
At
point
a
where,
certain point,
yeah,
I don't think that matters.
Or
I don't think he
maybe
thought he would be
the
around.
Eagles just say none of those players are high enough on their board, and they get if someone wants Levis and is going to offer them something that's worth it, you know.
yeah. He took meetings with the Raiders, Titans, Bucks, Falcons, and Patriots.
That's his fault. Probably should have taken meetings with anybody who came in knocking.
I think those were who came knocking, to be fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a fair point. He probably did. That's funny because Maisie Smith is like a big run stopper. So on the broadcast, Micah Parsons was like, "No more QB sneaks, AJ." Talking to AJ Brown. That's funny. It's not going to matter because Jalen's going to do it every time.
Right. You're still not stopping that. I'm not sure that there's anything you can do.
Yeah, I mean, unless our offensive line drops off, that play is still unstoppable from the distance that we need to get because of.
It was stopped once, and that was when what's his face was under center.
It was Gardner, wasn't it?
Yeah, against the Saints.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. That with Hurts, that combination of power, it's just too much. Like, not to sound like a cocky Eagles fan either, just like objectively speaking, it's just
Miles Murphy,
too
Cincy.
much torque. It's just absolutely too much torque for someone to stop for 1 yard.
Wow.
Now, if Jason Kelsey isn't like, again, if someone's missing from your offensive line, or if someone just drops off, then maybe it's a little bit different. But right now, in particular, with those middle three, you're too thick. And then you have Hurts, who's too strong. That play will always get us a yard. Like, and the other thing is they showed against the Giants last year. They have wrinkles. Like, they did that play where they acted like they were going to do, and they handed it off to, what was it, the wide receiver. You could do. They did it where they like did a misdirection with it. There's wrinkles too. So.
Miles Murphy to Cincinnati, so that guarantees us Porter or Nolan Smith if
that's what he's looking at. Yep.
If that's what we're looking at, right?
Which it should be. Or Branch. Now look, it's Nolan Smith or everything. But if you're going between, if it's not Smith, then I would say it's either Branch or Porter Jr.
Probably Porter Jr. too.
I would say. Now, this is where it comes down, like, talent. I would probably put Porter Jr. over Branch, but
you can't talk about some team being bad and drafting for need and saying it's what bad orgs do, and then about to say that we're going to draft for need.
Finish up. Well, I was going to say talent. I go Porter, but Branch is so close that's where the Eagles have to figure out how close are they. You've been in the room with both, or you know what I mean. They've done their work a lot more than I have. So how close are they? When it's that close, you can reach a little bit. But
where did they both go to school?
Who is Branch? What do you mean? They went
Branch and Porter. Where did they go to school?
Penn State and Alabama.
Yeah, I'll take the Bama guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right.
So again, Porter Jr. Being from Penn State. That's why it's like, how close is it? You know what I mean? So I think these are close enough on the board where I would maybe go need over, because it's so close. It's a matter of a couple spots. But again, I don't know that. Howie has to know that. That's where they make their money. But man, still, that all being said, give me Nolan Smith. Like, please give me Nolan Smith.
Who is this on the
I'm
clock right now?
I'm shaking from the butthole out right now for Nolan Smith.
Who is this at 29?
The Saints?
It's the Saints.
Yeah. So this, what do they need other than everything?
Will Levis.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Objectively speaking, so we can get Nolan Smith. Objectively speaking,
I can't see him going here. I mean, like if every other team passed on him, but again, who knows? We're one pick away from going to sleep.
They trade down to 31.
I'll be
there's still a total
That'll be so
possibility that they trade out. I just
Trade out's fine. Just don't trade to 31.
No,
I'm going to wake up tomorrow to find out what the Chiefs did.
With Nolan Smith on the board, do not trade out. Now, we still got a pick, so let's see what the Saints do.
I think this might be Branch.
We're all just sitting refreshing Twitter, forgetting that there's people that we need to speak with and engage with.
It's okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Every now and then you can let the moment breathe.
Unlike John Kruk, he just talks over T-Mac every time there's a single. Yeah, yes,
Joe says
yeah.
3.5 hours of you guys tonight. Hey, I streamed for 5.5 hours on Tuesday. Caught four shinies.
What?
4 shinies, dog.
What?
Hey, 30 years old. Finally caught my first shiny.
Yeah?
By total fucking accident.
Who and what game?
What's the newest one? Violet.
Violet or Scarlet, depending on what you're
Playing Violet, and I got the grasshopper dude.
Oh, low kicks.
Yeah.
Well, low kicks
Oh,
is the
nice.
evolved form.
Yeah.
Nimble is the first one.
No, it was low kicks.
Okay, there you go. He's got a badass shiny. He's like yellow.
Yeah, bright. I
yellow.
wasn't looking.
Bright yellow.
Oh yeah, I'm
How's it
checking
going?
it out. Checking it out right now. That is a good one.
I found my Nimble and my low kicks by accident too. I wasn't hunting them.
I got the Vespa Queen most recently while
Oh, nice.
for
Vespa Quinn.
Oh, is it?
1E.
Yeah, I can.
I bet you that's a Berenstain Bears for you.
I got that
things.
totally by accident when I got my third. It was I'm just like looking. I'm like, oh shit, that's a Combi. And I like literally it was like half of me was like, do I even need it? Because I got 2, but I was like, oh, hopefully it's a female so I can evolve it. And I went over and it was. And I was like, all right, sweet. Because I was just I even was thinking like a couple days prior, like, man, I haven't just ran up on a shiny in the wild like in a long time. Like I just had to actually be hunting them.
There's Inteleon right now for Mightiest Mark. It's open right now. I'm not playing it.
Who is it?
Inteleon, the water starter from Gen 8.
Yeah, I gotta go get that.
Saints pick Brian Breesy.
Oh yeah.
That might be tomorrow too. If I'm here by myself, I might just start doing some Pokemon along with the draft.
Eagles are on the clock. Good, because I gotta go to bed.
Please get me Nolan Smith.
I don't know.
Please get me Nolan Smith.
I swear, if this is like last year with Jacoby, where he's just free falling, and I gotta wait till tomorrow
Please
for the second round pick from Nolan, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Just go get me Nolan Smith. It's gotta be. Unless it's Branch or Porter, but man, with the Eagles draft record and history, it makes so much sense to go get Nolan Smith, and then again, just another day one piece that you can put in, and he can rotate and just be, just another cog in that just front front forward, it seems like it's just layers deep. Having a literal like substitute to Hassan Reddick, like he could be early on the spell to Hassan Reddick. I'm gonna be upset if they take anyone other than Nolan Smith here. I might talk myself. Look, again, there's Porter Jr. and Branch. I won't be heartbroken.
Now, this is a spot where if we find out the pick, we can't say it early.
Correct.
Just say it. Because I am absolutely refreshing Twitter because I'm so tired.
I'm off of Twitter.
I will not. I won't even give you a thing. I'll just be zoom.
Yeah, just poker face it.
I won't even give you nothing. Except for the Eagles have traded for DeAndre Swift. No, I'm just joking. They did not.
That wouldn't be bad.
They did not.
I guess not with pick 30 though.
No, I would never.
Yeah, well, that's why you gotta start thinking in layers here. Wait, what?
Yeah, they did both. They traded for him while making the 30th pick. And it was Nolan Smith. I'm kidding.
No, let's go take Nolan Smith, though. Let's go do it.
If I see something like a trade, do you want that early? Or do you want to wait for them to make that call on the
Yeah,
TV?
I guess if they trade out, I want to know that immediately. But otherwise, yeah. Let's go get Nolan Smith. Yeah, I guess while we're doing this too, we could start. I mean, I don't want to start just pulling, but we'll start thinking about some final thoughts and stuff too. So if you guys have any of them, kind of like cue them up in your brain, because
I got mine.
We'll start wrapping up, kind of after we give our reactions to the Nolan Smith pick.
It could be May. Keep an eye on Mayer, dude. Keep an eye on Porter Jr.
I don't see it. If it's Mayer, I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably be a little mad, at least in the moment. Now maybe tomorrow. I'll wake
Did
up
you go
and
watch
fine.
any film on him?
No, I didn't. So that's why
You'll wake up and you'll be fine.
I'll wake up and but like right now it'll feel a lot like how when they took Dallas Goedert. I don't think I was tremendously thrilled about it, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. My immediate reactions. But I will be upset in this moment if they go and take him. I just see 3 players right now, 2 in particular that are immediate impact players, and then Porter Jr. It's just really hard to turn down a 6'3" cornerback that's first round talent. So even though we went to Penn State, I'll allow it.
If he doesn't trade out and be a numbskull, we should be really happy, no matter what, over the next few minutes. That's just what should happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the trade out, unless you're getting a really good haul, which I don't see happening given what we've seen other teams.
Well, the pick is in, so I will go poker face here, Anthony. I saw it. It's not on the TV. I saw it on Twitter, so I know the pick, and I will just be quiet.
But yeah, I just
they are not trading out of the spot, which is nice. It's nice to see.
I just think that, yeah, with that, you got 3 players that are right there. Could be Will Levis. Could be Will. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to tell you right now that Twitter is having a rough time with the end of this draft. This end of this round.
I got everything closed, and I might even lower chat for a minute. I got everything.
Yeah, I would. You kidding me, dude? It's out there now. It's on Twitter.
Everything.
So just mute everything. Yeah. Because you're going to be mad. Or happy. Or surprised. But I'm not saying anything. We got 4 minutes.
At least.
You know, in all this confusion, I'm not going to lie, Anthony. I had one job tonight, and it was to update our social medias, and I didn't put a post on there for Jalen Carter. I completely forgot. So I have one ready to go for whenever they make the 30th, recapping the 2 picks.
Beautiful.
And I'll own that one. That's on me. I was just excited. When I get excited, I get nervous.
We'll let it slide. All right, boys. Let's get this damn pick in.
Pick's been it.
ESPN really milks it when it's Philly. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they did last time. They don't even have the pick as in on the screen. Yeah. And yet everybody on Twitter is just like, we got Porter. I mean, or someone.
I enjoyed that the pick was already in and Dan Orlovsky's guessing.
What if they trade back in the 31?
I'll find out tomorrow morning.
That's right. Howie's psyched. I think. Lori's just sitting there like, okay. We're doing this.
It's not as fun as the time he ran around fist bumping everybody, but
Yeah. I mean, listen, QB Factory, baby. QB Factory.
no, that was the D tackle, right?
No, I'm just saying it for Pinto to F with his head to continue this.
Will Levis. I'll be so stoked.
No, that's tomorrow. Second round. QB Factory only works in the second round, apparently. I really thought they announced the pick and that was him hugging the commissioner, and I'm like, Pinto, what are we waiting on, dude? Did you not unmute?
The pick is in. There it is on the screen. They picked Jalen Carter again.
That's a hell of a pick at 30. Holy shit.
It's on the screen. Oh, it was a replay.
I realized afterwards that was an Eagles jersey, and I'm like, I'm sorry, is that Jalen Carter again? Or if it's the pick, I'm going to kill him for not responding.
We just cloned him and picked him twice.
Come on. I'm going to know the Chiefs pick before this goddamn pick gets
Yeah, for real. Pittsburgh, too. Pittsburgh picks 32nd. Wait,
That's tomorrow.
I was gonna say, all right. I just want to make sure because I know
Like my
Miami
favorite,
lost
it's
the pick.
one of the
Yeah,
worst
someone
trades of all
lost- yeah,
time.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the Claypool trade. They gave
Yeah.
up the second rounder. Oh God.
Claypool for the first pick and for the second round.
Oh God.
Hey, just so you know, my brother is in another country and knows who they picked.
I still have chat down. I'm do both of you know, or is it just am I
Oh,
the only
yeah.
one with the-
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
For
ridiculous.
5 minutes. Yeah.
This is
I
To
have
be
this
fair,
post.
to be
The
fair,
War Room post is ready as soon as
This
that
is
gets set on the
goddamn
TV.
ridiculous.
the next 3 tweets after Greg said, "Oh, I've got it, but I won't say anything,"
Oh, great.
were
They're rolling out
3
Mama-
different people breaking it as different people, and I was like,
They're
"Who
rolling
the
out
what?"
Mama Kelsey's old ass again.
Nice.
Oh, do I know them from YouTube? I only know content creators by the name of War Room Philly at YouTube. Oh my god, we gotta get a fucking magic trick first.
Was it Dornbos?
Don't check Facebook either because I put it up.
I'm
Because
so,
I'm just ready to go to sleep, bro.
so mad at everything right now.
Oh my god, is that dude perfect? Why are they with the Eagles?
I'd be psyched if the cable cut out right now.
Hey, I know the Chiefs stuff.
What are we doing here? What is even happening?
I just hate my life, and I hate
It's just a bunch of dudes without socks on, flipping coins for the Kelsey mom. What is going on?
Nolan Smith. Just say a goddamn name.
With the 30th pick in the 2023 NFL
Thank you.
God. Shout out to Jeff McClain, who was the first one that I saw who had that.
Yeah, and that was what threw me off. It was two of the National guys had somebody else.
Who'd they have?
I saw Porter and I saw Mayer, and I was like,
No
"Oh,
Was that
shit.
N'Kobe Dean?
I
I think that was N'Kobe Dean at his draft party.
I'm going to tell you right now. If I
They
take
were
a picture-
teammates.
Well, I know. So, yeah.
if I take a picture of what I see on your screen, you tell me what you think it is. I just see bright lights.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think. Well, I mean, if you were, I think that was N'Kobe Dean that he just like did a little handshake with.
Jeff McClain just said Eagles had Nolan Smith as a target at number 10 per a team source. The fact that he lasted 20 spots, they couldn't resist.
Ridiculous.
Basically. Man.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to think this is a kind of nice consolation prize for not getting Bijan
I'm
Robinson.
telling you,
Bijan,
I
bro.
watched this, Greg. When you said you didn't want him at 10 early, I started watching this guy's tape. Guys, I'll post links on my Twitter. I will post the links. There is some YouTube footage of this guy. He explodes off of the tape. This is a pick at 30. This is someone that I was begging, 35 minutes ago to trade up 10 spots to go get. Nolan Smith at 30 is actually a better value than N'Kobe Dean in the third round last year, believe it or not. This is fantastic. You just got, and this is Greg's words, I'm stealing them, a Hassan Reddick clone. And if you watch the tape, it's ridiculous. This is immediately added into your front seven. Oh man, what a pick. What a good day to be an Eagles fan.
The Philadelphia Bulldogs just got a lot better.
Yep.
I'm fine with that. You know what? It's better than being TCU and like
Oregon.
Scrub schools for days. Yeah, absolutely. We could throw Oregon under the bus. Yeah, man. Wow. Good work. Good work by Howie.
Again, remember when
many
everybody
times-
hated Howie
how
and
many
he
times
couldn't
tonight-
draft?
How many times did
Remember that?
I say Nolan Smith won't be there at 30, and he was. So yeah, and again, to that point too, you start to sweat a little less when there's a couple backup players. But I called Nolan. Go back 3.5 hours ago. Well, I called Nolan Smith Bijan Robinson insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan went 8. This is great. Your offense is already set with most of the pieces, and you just go and you get 2 more pieces for your defense now. What are you guys' thoughts?
You can go first, Kev.
I'm not sure you could have had a better first round. You lost a 4th round pick next year to get Carter, and you stayed put and got Nolan Smith. I think you got a top 5 and a top 10 talent out of that at 10 and at 9 and 30
For a
I
team
don't
that
know.
just went to the Super Bowl.
Right. So I don't think they had many holes coming in, and they just filled
Their
2
holes-
more.
Their holes coming in were aging linemen, and
Yeah.
that's done. Solved. See you later. And it's fun to think that that the rotation that they're going to roll out, and the fact that we're finally going to see N'Kobe Dean this year after really kind of almost redshirting last year. He didn't play many snaps. For him to be able to step in, for Jordan Davis to not have to be the guy, but to be a guy, makes him the guy. And
Yep.
I think that that's exciting as hell when your rotation is these very aging, although very impactful vets, bringing along these younger guys, all from the best defense in the nation, by the way. Yes, I didn't get the guy I wanted, but I got the 2 guys I didn't think we'd get.
Yeah.
How the hell can you complain about that?
Yeah, I wanted, obviously, like Bijan Robinson would have been great, but he went at 8, which
Nothing we could do.
none of us. I mean, the only thing that shocked me more than Bijan going at 8 was Gibbs going at 12.
12. That was probably the biggest
12?
shocker.
Yeah,
Until
that's-
that weird middle where like the Commanders and like
Jack
the
Campbell.
Jets. Yeah, Jack Campbell. Like there's some weird picks there.
So yeah, we wanted the running back, and man, would it have made sense to go do it at a time like now? But the fact of the matter is, both of those guys got overdrafted. Maybe not Bijan, but Gibbs got overdrafted. So you're not able to get the offense. But in my opinion, it's so much easier. And this is why this is why very early on I would say I was anti Bijan, where it's so easy to go and get a running back. It's not easy to go and get impact defensive linemen. I know it may not be the sexiest of pick because you didn't get the running back, but man, these two picks they're impactful, and that's what you want when you're a Super Bowl contender. And yeah, the fact that you just got, and I think I'm using both of your guys' words here, a top 5 and top 10 impact on a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. That's big. So yeah, go Birds.
Like signing Trey Turner when you just lost the World Series.
Go Birds and go Dogs.
Do either one of you follow fake WIP caller on Twitter?
No.
I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
I've seen it pop up, but I've never.
It's one of the funniest Philly accounts ever, where it's just like everything you think a WIP caller would say, this guy says, and he tweeted out just now. He's like, "I'm really worried. We're still really thin at running back." And it's just like, this is great. This is good stuff by fake WIP caller, who has, I think, Buddy Ryan as his.
Yes. Kansas City finished it out with the K-State DN, and the first round is over.
Boys,
Porter doesn't go. Branch doesn't go.
Yep. Will Levis doesn't go. Will Levis, who they thought was going 4.
Now might go 40. Hello. Yeah, that's good.
Any final thoughts? I know you guys are like ready to hit the grindstone.
It was a hell of a night.
Yeah. Any like if we by chance missed it, any other sports comments that you guys want to bring up as final thought? I didn't. Chat. I can bring you guys back up. Hey, chat. Big clone car. A plus out of Joe, who says, I am bleeping stoked. Georgia North. Sorry I had to put you guys away for a little bit, but yeah, man. Didn't want any spoilers. So excited. For this season. And you still, tomorrow is a big night. Tomorrow, 2 picks. You haven't traded out. You didn't, you still can add. And who knows? Like, who knows who falls? And maybe tomorrow, again, with what you have next year, maybe tomorrow's a night with, all right, let's try to go up and get Brian Branch. Let's try and go up and get our safety still. Like, who knows?
Is tomorrow night round 2 and 3?
Yes.
Or is it just 2?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, they have 62 and 66. Yeah. Take 66, package it with, well, they don't got nothing until 219. I could see them trading 66, getting a 3rd and a 4th or some crap, something like that. Just something. Or a 4th and a 5th, who knows? Or a pick swap in the 3rd and add a 4th or add a 5th. Just because Howie likes to get picks. But it's the Cardinals' pick, so 66 is high up.
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, 62. Yeah.
62 and 66.
So that's not bad. Yeah, and again, stay tuned. Facebook.com/WarRoomPhilly. I'm going to try to do some sort of streaming or something. We'll see. We'll see how everything can line up. Might even just sit here and play Pokemon along with the NFL draft just so I can react. We'll figure something out. But yeah, stay tuned as far as that goes. Keep your notifications on here for Twitch, and we're going to try to keep riding out this wave for the NFL draft for the next couple of days. But if we're not here, you guys know Facebook.com/WarRoomPhilly is the place to go. If you guys want to plug your Twitters or anything, by all means. Greg, I know yours is Greg Talks a Lot. I think Kev, is yours like
Kev Christian? Yeah, that's what it
is. So definitely give these guys a follow. Don't follow Keith because fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Anything else tonight, guys?
No, good to be on.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's take this.
I had something, so but I was fucking.
Go ahead, Greg.
I'll just go to bed instead.
No, what you got?
Earlier, I said I had a topic I wanted to talk about with the Phils.
So, yeah.
and we never talked about it, so I'll just say it real quick. They're back to 500 for the first time since opening day, but they got the Astros, Dodgers, Red Sox, and Blue Jays in a row. That's just a really tough group of opponents, half on the road, half at home. Dodgers and Astros 6 straight on the road. I just wouldn't be shocked to go 2-4 on this trip and then have to come home. And then you go to Colorado and you go to San Fran. You think some winnable games, but they're on the road, and the Phils haven't played great on the road. So I think late April, early May is just going to be a tough stretch for the team. And remember, they don't play another division game till the end of May when they get the Braves and the Mets. So these are all non-divisional matchups. Just they're riding high right now. They're playing pretty good baseball. They won the other night with a home run and 11 singles. When's the last time that's happened? They scored 6 runs. So I'm loving it, but we got some really, really tough opponents. Going to be some good baseball over the next 2 weeks. Excited for that. Some low scoring affairs, but with that, it's good to have baseball back. Tonight was an A+. Sixers got their Celtics series, and the Flyers still play a sport. So good things all around.
Yeah. Again, the Phillies is hopefully they can take this sort of better ball that they're playing and kind of use that, or if anything, use the fact that all of these teams that you're gonna just accelerate. You're gonna have to bring your level of play up because you're playing, to that talent. And yeah, hopefully sort of the holes don't get exposed due to injuries and such. But it'll be a tough stretch of baseball. But yeah, anything else tonight, guys?
Does Bryce Harper come back before the Colorado road trip on May 12th?
So before, over under on our birthdays.
Over under on our birthdays. Yeah, is he back by my birthday?
I'm gonna go. Yes, he's back.
I think he's back before June.
I think he's back on your birthday.
Yeah.
I think he comes back May 19th. It's a home series against the Cubs over the weekend, and then they go right from there into another home series against the D-backs. He gets 6 games under his belt, and then they go to Atlanta, go to the Mets. So I think he gets 6 games to kind of get his stuff together before 6 huge divisional games. So May 19th is my bet for Bryce.
We take those. That'd be a nice little birthday gift for me. We'd take those.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else tonight, guys?
That's it.
This has been a fantastic show. Guys, thank you all for tuning in, both live and on demand. We'll make some YouTube clips out of this and the whole 9. It has been so much fun. Again, notifications on Facebook.com/WarRoomPhilly. Everywhere to go for us. With that, let's put a bow on this pretty little show. I'm Anthony Pinto.
I'm Kevin Christian.
I'm Greg Hall.
And we are out of here. Go, Birds.